In this video, we're going to be continuing the custom fit golf shaft series, talking about the Aldila Rogue series. Let's go butts around.
Hit the ball!
Hey guys, David Folk here. In this channel, we do golf club reviews, golf gear reviews, instructional videos, and Geek Speak videos just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. So today we're going to be talking about another very popular golf shaft series out there for both stock and custom fit aftermarket shafts, and that's going to be the Aldila Rogue series. And before we begin, I do want to preface that shafts, again, are only one component of the golf club. You have the head, you have the shaft, and you have the grip. The shaft is not going to fix your swing. It's not going to make you swing better if you get an aftermarket shaft, but it will help improve your feelings and the strike pattern across the face depending upon how you deliver the club. It will also play a small role in launch angle and small role in spin rates. So keep that in mind. Not gonna fix everything, but will help you fine-tune your golf swing to help you play more consistently. Let's jump into the Aldila Rogue series. And we're gonna start off with the Aldila Rogue Max, and let's take a look at the website. The Aldila Rogue Max multi-axial mid-launch employs a new and unique woven graphite material to the outer layer of the shaft. This new material is incorporated into the shaft design in a 0/90 fiber orientation along the entire golf shaft. This innovative use of the full 90-degree fibers provides significantly improved lateral cross-sectional stability to the shaft during the shaft loading and release during the golf swing to provide increased energy to the golf ball at impact and allow for a more consistent release path swing after swing. So from what I gather, what Aldila is trying to say is that their cross-sectional fibers are going to produce a little bit more consistency as it bends through without trying to remove as much rotational movement of the shaft to try and help it move along the cross section, along the path as much as possible with their max or the multi-axial cross fibers is what they're saying. So we look at the shafts themselves, we look at the weight, we look at the bend profile, and we look at the torque. You guys can see this is going to be a mid-launch, mid-spin shaft according to Aldila, and this is going to be the Rogue Max mid-launch shaft. It's going to be the silver one, and we're going to be talking about the low launch, which is going to be more of a reddish highlighting color. Looking at the mid-launch, you guys can see that the 65 is actually going to go up in grams, starting with 65, then jumping to 66, and then to 69. And then as we look at the 75, you can see it actually weighs only 74 grams. And then if you jump to the X Flex, it's going to be 75 grams. What Aldila does, which is a little different than the Project X that we saw, they're going to have a little bit more variance in their torque based on the flex of the club. So the regular flex torque is going to be 4.9. The stiff flex is going to be 4.2, and the mid is going to be 3.5. And then you have the 75, the torque is going to be 3.9 for the stiff, and the X Flex is going to be 3.2 on that. So the heavier shaft, again, is going to have a little bit less torque just because of the more material needed to make it a little bit heavier. And as we jump over to the low launch, obviously it's going to have a lower launch, lower spin, so a higher kick point. We look at the grams here for the low launch Rogue Max. You guys can see that it's going to be 65 regular is going to start at 70. Then the S Flex is going to be 68. Then the X Flex is going to be back to 70 again, which is very peculiar. And then we move on to the 75 low launch, and it's going to be 75 for the stiff flex, and the X Flex is going to be 78. When they're using weight to help manipulate the characteristics that they're looking for. Looking at the torque, you guys can see that the low launch 65 is going to be 4.5 for the regular, 3.7, 3.3. And then you move on to the 75, and you're looking at 3.6 and 3.2, which is going to indicate just a little bit stiffer, a little bit more resistance to twisting on the low launch than the mid launch. These shafts here are going to feel a little bit more whippy, if you will, than the other Rogue series shafts that we're going to be talking about. They're going to feel like you can kind of get into it a little bit more. Feel like you're just going to crush it. That's kind of how this shaft is going to help a little bit. Some people think that this shaft is a little bit for the moderate swing speeds as opposed to the Rogue series, which is for the higher swing speeds. But I hate classifying shafts like that because it's all about feel, all about consistency of strike pattern. So if you feel more comfortable and you like the feel of a Rogue, that's a low launch, low spin because you like the way it feels and you're seeing a consistent strike pattern and you're getting the right numbers that you want, I don't care. I don't think you should care either. It performs, it's meeting the expectations, you're doing exactly what you want to do. If you lose 3 yards because you're playing a Rogue as opposed to a Rogue Max, who cares? So, with that being said, let's jump on over to the Rogue series, starting with the Rogue Black. Let's take a look and see what Aldila says about them on their website. It says, the Aldila Rogue is the #1 driver shaft on tour. Rogue offers unmatched performance and consistency through the use of advanced aerospace materials and design technology. No other golf shaft in the market today utilizes the advanced, extremely high modulus graphitic carbon fibers that provide performance characteristics never before available in a golf shaft. The Rogue's unique taper shaft profile provides an exceptional feel and consistency. The Rogue Black has a softer tip section to provide a mid-high launch with moderate spin. It's a hugely popular club with a lot of OEMs because it has that mid-launch, mid-spin, but feels just a little bit boardier than the Rogue Max does. If we look at the torque here on the Rogue Black, you guys can see that it's going to be a 4.0, 3.6, 3.3 on the 60, and the 70 is going to be 3.7, 3.3, and 3.0. And even if you guys want a heavier shaft with an 80-gram Rogue Black, you can see that it jumps down even more to a 3.0, 2.8, and 2.6, which is just going to be basically a 2x4 is what it's going to feel. But again, if you guys like a heavier shaft, you like that boardy feel, and you're getting the optimum launch conditions for your swing or close to it, that you're going to be only losing maybe a smidgen of a yards, but your consistency or your grouping dispersion is a little tighter, maybe that 80-gram shaft might be the right one for you. That's something, again, I'd recommend go try out, get fit, and then see if you can take it on the course and compare it versus your current shaft to say, I'm getting a tighter dispersion, I'm hitting more fairways, I'm maybe losing or gaining a couple yards, but in the long scheme of things, that could be conditions of the golf course, wind. There's a lot of things within 2 to 3 yards of each other that could make that happen. But if you're hitting 7 fairways and all of a sudden you're hitting 10 fairways, it may be a better shaft for you to help you with dispersion because your strike pattern on the face is more consistent and it feels good, so you have more confidence. Moving on to the Rogue Silver 110 MSI. Let's take a look at what the website says. It says the Rogue Silver has a tip section to provide a mid to low launch with low spin. That boardy, nice trajectory if you guys are optimizing your launch angle and your attack angle for that. If you look at the 60, you guys can see that it actually weighs 67, 69, and 72. And then as you look at the 70, it comes in the 76, 77, 78. Looking at the torque, you guys can see on the Rogue Silver, the torque is 3.8, 3.4, 3.1. And as you get into the 70, it's going to be 3.5, 3.1, and 2.8. The last in the Rogue series is going to be the Rogue IO 110 MSI, and the website states that the Aldila Rogue IO combines the advanced graphitic carbon with Aldila's exclusive RIP technology. This unique combination creates a Rogue shaft that, in the same weight category, is lower in torque and provides an even lower penetrating ball flight when compared to the Rogue Silver or the Rogue Black shaft designs. So the Rogue IO is going to have the RIP technology in it, which is actually the shaft that I use. I use the RIP Alpha, which is going to have a little bit different technology in there, and here is going to be what the RIP technology is going to be. The RIP technology is the shaft design that's turned inside out to maximize the high performance carbon fiber properties to lower torque and increase hoop stiffness for greater accuracy and shot control. Aldila's patent-pending RIP technology, reverse interlaminar placement, employs a completely unique shaft design and exclusive materials to completely transform shaft design from the inside out. Through the use of computer modeling technology and exclusive materials provided by the Aldila Materials Division, Aldila engineers were able to completely rethink golf shaft design and performance. The result is a revolutionary shaft design with optimum flex and torque characteristics with incredible feel for maximum shot control. I have no idea what that means versus every other shaft design out there. It seemed like a bunch of mambo jumbo that really didn't tell me anything about what it actually does, but I like the RIP Alpha shaft. It certainly feels good, and I feel like I have a consistent strike pattern. So that's the one I'm sticking with right now. And apparently, the Aldila Rogue has the same technology in it as well, so it offers a little bit lower penetrating ball flight than the Rogue Silver. So if you guys are looking for something that's even lower than the Rogue Silver, the Rogue IO 110 MSI might be the shaft for you. As we guys can take a look here, you see the torque. It's going to have a 4.8 in a regular, 3.8, 3.6 in the 60, and then we jump to the 70 IO. You see that has a 4.0, 3.7, 3.3, and 3.1. And you guys can see again the 60 is going to range from 63 grams to 65 grams, and the 70 is going to go from 70 to 72 grams. So even though it's going to be the same weight, the technology that they're using, the RIP technology, is going to allow a little bit higher kick point, a little bit lower penetrating ball flight, and lower spin and that lighter weight. Finally, if you go to a performance fitter with Aldila shafts that is going to be a authorized dealer, you're going to see a couple other shafts that are out there. They're going to be the Rogue Orange, the Rogue Blue, and the Rogue Green. They're basically just customized fitting shafts that allow you to optimize your shaft a little bit better with specific authorized fitters that go through a process that Aldila requires. From what I've seen and from what I've read, I haven't really heard a whole lot of difference between those shafts as opposed to the black and silver and IO. But if you guys are looking for really fine tuning and really customizing your shaft, maybe that's a fitter that you want to try going to. I believe their website has some authorized fitting dealers on there, so you guys can find them on their website if you want to take a look at that. So guys, that's going to be the Aldila Rogue series, the Max, the Rogue Black, the Rogue Silver, and the Rogue IO. Let me know, guys, if you guys are playing one of the Rogues. Post those comments down below. What do you think? What do you like about it, or what do you not? If you guys have tried it, share those same information. I look forward to hearing from you. Like I said, I played the Rogue Silver. I really liked it. I was sad when I got rid of it. And I found that the RIP Alpha shaft that I'm using is actually pretty similar to the Rogue Silver. So I'm happy with that shaft and don't plan on getting rid of that one anytime soon. So let me know, guys, in your comments below what you guys think. And of course, while you're down there, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up because YouTube likes that. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll chat with you next time. Who cares? I feel like you're just gonna crush it